As the growing pollution has become a quite serious concern, electric cars are quite a relief. And according to the research, electric cars are better to the environment, whereas the fuel vehicle emits harmful gases like carbon due to petrol or diesel. But electric car vehicles produce fewer greenhouse gases and air pollution than petrol. That's why interest in That's why interest in purchasing an electric vehicle is increasing.
That's why the interest in purchasing an electric vehicle is increasing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of None of Your Business podcast. And today, as you would have heard in the first few seconds from our panelist, we are here to help you. Is electric vehicles and electric cars the road to the future? We see the growth of electric cars everywhere. The world seems poised for an electric vehicle as issues ranging from environmental concerns to fluctuating oil prices continue to push the consumers towards alternatives to the combustion engines. But today's electric vehicles are beyond anything that maybe the 19th or the 18th century drivers could imagine. From intelligent driving to proactive service to remote vehicle access, the electric vehicles can offer the safety and convenience to which all the consumers crave today. But automakers must better educate them, as well as offer a uniquely connected driving experience. And that is what we are going to explore in today's episode. Is the world ready for an electric vehicle, and what's the roadmap ahead? With me today, I have an avid automobile enthusiast, a grade 10 student from Devamatha CMI International School. We have Hany with us today. Hany is, as I said, an avid automobile enthusiast, one who follows the automobile industry very closely, and it's his first appearance in today's episode. So, Hany, what do you think more? I did hear the first introduction which you were giving before I jumped in, but what do you think is the future of electric vehicles?
I think it will be all electric and yeah, like combustion engines will be extinct.
Right? They do look like extinct. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so it is important to know how electric vehicles impact the nature. As per the
Exactly.
research by European Energy Agency, the carbon emissions from an electric car are around 17 to 30% lower than driving a petrol or diesel car. When low carbon electricity is used, the emissions from electricity generation improve. Energy saving is one of the reasons people consider when shifting to electric vehicle in India. Though there are several factors people should consider while purchasing, is the cost of fuel and maintenance and the overall purchase price of the vehicle as per the electric vehicle market in India. However, electric cars tend to be more expensive and these vehicles are becoming more common with a variety of model options to choose from. Also, your location is one of the factors for the cost of purchasing and operating the new vehicle along with brand name and type. One more factor that is considered to get the difference between electric and conventional vehicles is how fast and quick a vehicle takes you between boardings and just destinations, where electric vehicles generate more energy that drives car faster.
Exactly.
As
So, Hani, I'm very sorry that I have to interrupt you there. So we can see clearly that there's a lot of way to go. There's a lot of way to go. The costs are currently high, as I'm definitely sure that the companies are not producing in mass as the demand has not yet peaked. And we require a lot of innovations coming forward. But what does it also mean for the fuel combustion engines? Is it the end of the road for them? What do you think about that, Hany? Is it the end of the fuel cars? Is electric cars going to be the future?
So, despite huge leaps forward in electrification technology car sales, UK in the United Kingdom remain dominated by purely petrol and diesel cars.
Mhm. So it's still there. It means that there is a lot
It's
to go through. Yep. Yes, Hany.
yeah, like 10% of the cars might be petrol or diesel and 90% electric in the future.
Hmm. Okay. But something which when I was reading through, what I found out was that a lot of barriers, and the companies need to actually innovate across those business models. Like, for example, as an owner, the first thing which, when it comes to an electric vehicle, would be how can I reduce the battery ownership costs? The batteries need to be changed. So, who owns the battery? Definitely the customer owns the battery currently. But if it comes to a place where you can actually lease out batteries, and it gets recharged and reused, that might actually lead out to a better way. And as Hany did mention, there is a vehicle ownership cost, which is quite expensive right now. And again, coming to electricity, uh, just in the news, we had a couple of days back that the Kerala Electricity Board is actually increasing the price per unit for electricity for charging the electric vehicles. It's coming to almost 15 rupees per unit, and a fully to charge a car fully, you require almost 30 units. So a lot of soul searching needs to be done, how we can actually bring it to a cost effective way. And Hany rightly said, it doesn't mean that the combustion engines are going off anytime soon. They will still be here, and they will be here till maybe in the long run, everyone is convinced to take in an electric vehicle. Yes, Hany, anything else you could like to share with us?
Yeah, so in the future, Porsche, the company, is working on a project like it's it's a fuel which is as harmless as
Hmm.
electric cars. So that might be a future
Hmm.
of petrol or diesel cars. So it's not fully electric.
Hmm. So that's
So
an
in
interesting point. Yes, yes, Hany.
yeah, in India, like the price of fuel and electricity is increasing. So like even if you buy an electric or a petrol car, it's
Mhm.
the same. You don't get anything less.
Right. So that is definitely a point to highlight that, because when you come to the cost of battery maintenance and the battery, so that I feel is a very valid point, especially with some of the people whom I had spoken to with. They said that you might feel that electricity, unless you're producing your own electricity, maybe with your solar and all, you can actually get back what the money you're invested. But if you go for the commercial electricity charging points, it's currently, when you take in all the costs which come with batteries and changing and all that, it kind of remains the same. So here what the company, the government, all required to do is increase the consumer preferences on electric vehicles. Right now only a few models are available, and maybe we can actually have models which are only electric. We have difference coming up with Tesla and all bringing in, but here in India, Tesla just got four of its models approved by the government last day. But how much does it go forward? How much is it going to come in? And product availability is another side which has to be taken in. So, having said all this, electricity and or rather electric cars are here to stay. Buying one is definitely a way of saving our environment. We are seeing all the climate changes happening around us, and it's definitely the roadmap to the future. But having said that, at the same time, it's not that the combustion fuel engines are going to be there anytime, are going to be gone anytime soon. And as Hany said, if Porsche is and other companies are researching on making a kind of fuel which can actually be an alternative to petrol or diesel, and if it's kind of environmental friendly and low cost, we might be looking at another automobile revolution. So only time will tell. If you are in the meantime looking for an electric vehicle, as an environmentalist, we can only support you, but do factor in all the costs, the place where you stay, how many kilometers you drive, all those costs into let be factored before you come in to a choice. The government has also recently brought in the scrappage laws with vehicles, which means that about 15 years or max to 20 years, that will be the ultimate age of your car. So, having said that, I think it's time to wind up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Hany, for sharing in. We are looking forward to having you in more of our episodes, and anything with regards to car, definitely you are going to be there. So thank you so much for all those wonderful insights which you have provided. And also a big thank you to all our listeners. We are right now expanding across different platforms. We are now available on Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Radio Casts, and last week we are also now available on Ghana.com. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for continuing to tune in, and we hope to bring you more exciting episodes in the coming days. And this week is also something very special for schools and for the members inside schools. So, none of your business will be celebrating on September 5th, where we celebrate in India as the Teachers' Day. I hope to bring with for you rather some special guests who will be sharing a pretty good talk on a subject which I won't disclose right now. So tune in. You're going to get a double treat this week, an episode now on automobiles, and the next one is a surprise. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much, Hany, and thank you, everyone. Stay safe. So from all of us here, take care.